Hello everyone, I am SankCodes. I am the team leader of Team Hack Sapiens. Currently, I am in first year. I am pursuing BTech in Computer Science from Madam University, and today I will be sharing uh, our project on email spoofing detection. Uh, we participated in a hackathon our college organized, and these are my team member details. And this is the idea approach details. Our project aims to resolve the problem of email spoofing at the server itself. Our approach includes adding a module to existing servers to check whether the received mail is spoofed or not by using various custom features used to determining whether the received mail is suspicious or not. After cross-checking with the IP tracing and various parameters, the server will be either discard or allow the mail to proceed. The mail will arrive on the server and it will be filtered out if it is spoofed. We aim to build our project further by adding various other parameters and establishing a database where the logs of mails will be stored. These logs will help big organizations like Google, Yahoo, etc. to check how many spoofed mails are sent by using their domain names. It will help to trace out which are responsible for sending the spoofed emails. We'll be using some technologies just like ACT, HTML Server, Thunderbird, LLP, Python, Host API, Kaggle, and DMRC REST API. So next, some key features of our design: it can also detect spam, it can also detect malicious keywords, whoopee grammar, and it will be obviously detecting spoof. And it's always learning and always evolving model. So, and these are some key features. It will blacklist words like bank, pay, account, password. You can also add as many words as you want. It will check the inconsistency between the replier's address and the sender's address. It will also check the inconsistency between the sender's domain and message ID domain. It will check if the email is in HTML format, and it will also check the number of percentage sign in URL which is attached with the mail. And it will also check the inconsistency between where the URL actually leads to and the text the link appeared. And we'll be using NLP to increase the accuracy percentage with the uses, and we'll be using the virus total API just to detect our URL, just to detect if the URL received in email is spoofed or is malicious or not. So now let's jump into the model. Show you our model. At first we will be importing our necessary libraries, and I'm using Google Colab. You can also use Jupyter. And as you can see, I have already uploaded my dataset, so that's why I don't have to upload it right now. uh, I will just run this. It will show that yes, my dataset is already uploaded. It will give me my data shape. As you can see, there is 5728 mails with two parameters. I will check the info. It just basically info the memory storages and the type, and I will get the zeroth text. I mean, you can see the zeroth text: subject naturally irresistible of your corporate subject naturally. So it is just showing me the zeroth mail. Now I just categorized the two part of spam with 1 and ham with 0. Now I will just divide the text and spam part. As you can see, there are two parameters, text and spam. I will just divide the text and spam parameter in x and y. Now I will just print x, I mean the text only. The only text is printed. And now I will print y. Only spam parameter is printed. Now I will just check the value of spam and hams. As you can see, there are ham bills more, 4360, and spam bills 1368. And now I will just draw a bar. As you can see, it's just a bar of the number of spam mails are lower than the number of ham mails. Now I will just check if there is a duplicated row. Now I will just drop the duplicated rows. Now if I check, it will show me 0 because I have already dropped all the duplicated rows. Now I will check if there is null. As you can see, there is no null. Now I will just check the process and the string punctuations, as I will use the stopwords in English. Now I will check the data shape, because I have already dropped the duplicated. Now you will see that 33 mails are dropped, and it will show me the remaining mails 5695. So I will use this as our actual data set. I will also draw a bar of how many mails I have already dropped and how many mails were not duplicated. Now I will and train my model. So for that reason I will just divide my dataset in two parts, one in test and one in train. The test dataset will be tested, will be used to test my model, and the train dataset will be used to train my model. So I will just run this, and I will divide x into two parts, train and test, and y in also two part, train and test. Now I will use a scikit-learn. I will use scikit-learn library and a function count vectorizer. Just run this. Now I will use a name-based model, multinomial NB. Now I will just fit the model in this. I will get the prediction. Just wait. Now you will see the trained prediction of my model. If you go below, I will run a logistic regression also. Now I will use this prediction on training data model.predict to get the accuracy score. Now if I run this, you will see we are getting an accuracy of 99.65%. And now if we predict our traced data accuracy, you will see we are getting a 98.34% accuracy on our test data. Now this is the main part where there is two major features. One is a malicious keyword detector. It's this part only. If this keyword, if this kind of keywords are found in our input my mail string, it will detect and it will give me that it's a malicious warning. It will give me a warning of that this mail could be malicious or harmful. If it doesn't found any kind of uh, keyword in that mail, it will give me the email seems to be safe. So you can add as many keyword as we want. So this is one feature, major feature I must say. And here you will input just the mail. We can take also the input from the user, so that's not a problem. And then we will print the prediction. If the prediction is equal to 0 1, and it will give me spam mail. If the otherwise it will give me a hand mail. As you can see, I have entered a mail where it's written that here is your boundary, click here to get your reward, give your OTP. This some kind of spam mail type. I've already used the OTP, as you can OTP keyword. As you can see, I have already listed OTP in a malicious keyword list. So let's see what it will give me. See, it is giving me a spam mail and warning, this mail could be malicious or harmful, exercise caution before opening it. So this is it. And there is another feature, which is we can also get the IP address of the sender domain. If we just enter the enter the mail from of the sender, from the person we have got the mail. So if we just enter this mail here, it will show us that IP address allowed by SPF for gmail.com, domain not found. I have just given my friend's mail, so it will actually show that it's allowed by SPF for Gmail because it's not a spoofed mail. And and it will show me that it's allowed by SPF for gmail.com, but domain not found, no DNS record, because Google doesn't allow us to get in there and to get their confidential datas. So what we can actually do, that I post the whole process, and I have I can only get this code is actually not needed, but I've already added this, so it's still here. So I can actually get a domain of an email address. As you can see, this is the email address, this is my email address, and it is giving me the domain of that. Its domain is gmail.com. If we send this sender email in this portion, if we input this, it will give me my actual IP address. It will give me my, and now I can check if the IP address is valid or not. By there is two process of checking the IP address. At first, it is the normal general expression of IP address. If I enter this IP address here, and if I run this, it will give me a this email IP address is valid, because yeah, it's a valid IP address, because it matches with the general expression of IP address. If I just change it with this, or if I just 24.1, I guess probably this will be also a valid IP address. Let's check it. Yeah, this is also a valid IP address. Just now let's check it. It should give me a, yeah. As you can see, this IP address is spoofed or invalid. So this is one part, and there is another part, that is we can also insert some ranges of IP address. These are the range that Facebook use to send their mails. These are the IP address of Facebook, and these are the active IPs for Facebook. And I have already inserted the range in this. And if I just input that IP, if I suppose I have gotten mail from Facebook saying that someone tried to log in your account. Here is your link. Just click on it. Maybe you can. Maybe you will just click on that link, but before clicking that on that link, if you just run your mail in our model, you will get the IP, and you can already check if the mail is valid or not. As you can see, I have just inserted an IP, and it's already given the range is already given in this. So if I just run this, it will give me a spoofed IP, because Facebook doesn't use this IP to send their mails. There is another feature in our model, that is we can check the percentage sign in a URL. If your mail is attached, if some URL is attached with your mail, we can also detect how many percentage sign the URL have. So I have just inserted a string, and it will target the character percentage, and it will give me the result that how many percentage sign is in this. As you know, the more percentage sign in an URL exists, the more that URL becomes suspicious, or there is a possibility of that URL of being malicious or something. So that this much for our model. For right now, we'll improve our model by using some API. We were using Kali Linux and our pseudocode to send spoofed mail in our server, just to check our model, if this model is working or not. But we'll surely make an HTML server, and we'll be also making a we'll be also using NLP and API. We will be using VirusTotal API to detect the URL. For now, we'll be improving it, and I will give a GitHub repo link in the description. From there, you can access this model, and you can pull some request of if you want to modify some things, and you can also use this model for your users. And that's it. If we improve something, we will surely update it on GitHub. And thank you for watching.